Okay. Hi! There's no footage for us to prove that we already did this, but...
So,
Happy International Women's Day!
that's right. I bought some tulips today.
So pretty.
We are all over the place because last time we recorded was mid-January. Today is 8th of March, International Women's Day.
March. Yay! It's the 8th of March. Woo,
And we just recorded for like 9 minutes only, and then the camera had a little bit of a meltdown, and the microphone was not really connected. So silly us.
So surprise,
surprise.
We're a mess. And we need to reset, regroup, redo everything because
start over.
Yes, so we were talking about good news and bad news.
Yes.
Starting with the bad news. Maybe this is better because now we're like cutting to the chase. Like, come on, girls. We're
there's plenty of good news, there are plenty of bad news. And as we said earlier in the previous 9 minutes that don't exist anymore, that it's very opposite and polar.
It's a huge
spectrum. A huge gap between the good news and the bad news.
Yeah.
It's like
shocking. Yeah.
Truly shocking.
But we also don't want to dwell on the shocking aspects, specifically of the bad news, because it's Women's Day, but also in general, we want to pay respect where it is due to the woman, Abby Choi, who was brutally murdered in February.
And you know why this news became so popular in Hong Kong and so shocking? Because in Hong Kong, it doesn't happen so often.
No.
Hong Kong is very small, and we don't have crazy murders happening very often, thank God.
Yeah.
But when it happens, it happens. It's like not something very simple. Yeah. It's a wow.
All of the true crime out of Hong Kong that I've heard previous to this has been disgusting. Yeah. To the point of extremity.
Exactly.
But Japan is the same. The true crime that comes out of Japan is always...
Japan is very perverted in this.
Very perverted. I think maybe Hong Kong is less perverted, but it's still like, wow. So you didn't have any crime for years, but when you do have crime, you have crime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By the way, there's another podcast in Hong Kong called Catching Worms.
Yeah.
They do the true crime about things that happen in Hong Kong, and some of the stories literally spooked me, scared me, and I was just... Well, this particular case was so shocking because the way these people just, what they did to her.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, they lose it and they attack another person and it happens.
Yeah.
You can understand that sometimes,
strangling, stabbing.
It happens. Sometimes people just lose it and it happens. It's like some intense situation. But what they did afterwards, the way they cook a person, I'm sorry, but it's not okay. It's not okay. That you need to be so...
No, they were demons right through to their center. And the thing is, they were evil before it, during and after. Yeah. Because... For a little bit of context, and it's alleged right now, it's not been proven, but the father-in-law of Abby Choi's ex-husband, so Abby Choi's ex-husband's father, who supposedly orchestrated it, is a not convicted but supposed rapist. He lost his job for this reason, but he was never convicted because I guess that happens in Hong Kong a lot, maybe to save the face of the police department. We don't have any rapists here. And he's the mastermind. I don't hate when people call it that because it's like giving him this making out that he's intelligent when he's a worthless piece of shit who couldn't even hold down a job for himself, so he needed to take money from Abby. Absolutely disgusting.
It's crazy.
Yes. So just to really skim over the details of her murder because we don't want to focus too much on the act. She was what? She was lured to a house in Tai Po, which is where I live, which were equally, when you told me, and then when I checked the news article, I was like, fuck me, that is very close to home. I thought it was in the same village, but thank goodness it's not. But still way too close for comfort.
Yeah.
I know exactly where it is. I know exactly the house. I've driven past it numerous times. I have friends who live over there. Horrible. Him and his mistress. He had a mistress. They rented the house. The driver, her driver, her ex-husband's brother is her driver.
Oh my God.
Her private driver, who she was paying a massive salary to. Her and him and his brother and the dad. So the dad was waiting in the house, I guess. The brother, who, you know, was really close friends with her because he was her driver. They lured her to the house in Taipo, killed her somehow, chopped her up, boiled her head in soup with radishes and carrots.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, just lovely and very respectful. And the rest of her body, I don't know, did they even find
I think
all
some
of it?
parts of they didn't find.
Yeah. They found, I think, did they find the arms or something?
Yeah.
The head in the
in the
soup
fridge.
And the torso, did they find it?
I don't think so.
They found the lower half, definitely.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
hands,
yeah.
I think they found the hands, but I'm not sure they found. But when you told me about the torso, the other torso of the man, I didn't realize until you just told me in the other 9-minute video that it was a male torso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's weird because recently in Hong Kong, all the bad things, they happen in 1 week.
Yeah.
And all the same. Like before your news broke out, 5 days before that, they found some male torso
Yes.
in one of the faraway piers, which is so weird. Like, huh? And it wasn't even big news. It was kind of like brushed over.
Yeah.
But because she's an influencer and like a famous person, of course, it turned into all this like circus in the media. And also, recently we had like a crazy fire in Hong Kong, in TST. And
I just saw the building on Sunday.
Yeah. And then my colleague told me that your neighbor's apartment burned down. Oh my goodness. So it's like all around at the same time it's happening. If there's a fire, there's another fire. If there's a torso, there's another like parts of people puzzle.
Yeah.
I don't know. If there's like a suicide, there's like a bunch of them happening at the same time.
Yeah, this is really strange.
This is really strange. I don't know why it comes like
A Hong Kong phenomenon
in a bunch.
where everything bad happens at the same time. But really bad.
Yeah. Recently, it was a lot of negative news. Also, like while we are talking about all this negative news, a few days ago, 84-year-old taxi driver drove into people.
Yes. Did anybody die? I'm not sure.
5 people injured. 2 of them were unconscious in a critical condition, but nobody died.
Well,
Thank God.
We have an episode about Hong Kong taxis.
Exactly.
And this is another reason to avoid them.
Exactly, because he was 84 years old and it was proven that his car was fine. It was not a problem with the car. He didn't stop. Because it's a very dangerous road. It's a slope and you only see the traffic light when you turn. Yeah. And it's a very last second. So he didn't stop. It was green light for people. People were crossing the road. He was going down the slope. I saw a video from somebody's dash cam.
Yeah. Horrible.
He completely smashed into people.
Plowed through them.
And 5 people, they were far away. They ended up far away from where they
flew.
were. Yeah. It is horrible. He was charged and...
So he should be. Lost his license.
He lost his license and I think he came out on bail for now. But probably he will...
He will, yeah. He'll have to go to court, I guess.
Which brings another question that the average age of the taxi drivers in Hong Kong is like 70 years old. And it's just too crazy. People at this age should not be working and they should not be driving commercial cars. I'm sorry.
Agreed.
Yeah. So back to the main news.
Yes, but we're not going to talk about the murder anymore. Like the details of it. No.
If you're interested, you can go read articles. There's plenty of them. The details are all there. But it's just horrible that, you know, you live your life, you do good things, and then all you are being remembered for is what happened to you.
All anybody remembers her is rich influencer. Beautiful.
Rich, beautiful, money. And now she will forever be remembered for the way they took her life.
It's a shame because, and also, the news, like I already mentioned, but I'll say it again for you guys. And but it's good now. I won't mess up any details because I fact checked. She has 4 kids, 10-year-old, 8-year-old. Those are from the first marriage. They know the details.
Yeah.
They were told. They're old enough to know.
Wow.
And they probably also, I think, maybe they should know about what a monster they're... I don't know actually, should they know or not. But anyway, her other kids with the other man she was with, they don't know because they're too young. But I guess they know their mom is not here anymore.
I would have nightmares for the rest of my life.
Right? Yeah.
Knowing the details.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was a kind-hearted, intelligent woman who was too young, and she gave her kindness to the wrong people.
Yeah.
And they took her for granted. These people were evil before she was even in the picture, and they just got worse because money made them worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was she gave money to numerous charities. Everybody says, when people die, everybody says they were such a nice person, but they don't really have examples.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She co-founded an animal charity and saved a cat who was hit by a car by paying for their surgery. When vets said it's not worth it, we should euthanize it. She said, no, save the life of this cat because I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
And she felt a bond with the cat, like the cat is able to survive. And it did survive. She is just that kind of person.
Yeah.
And I guess this is kind of a metaphor, right? This cat is on the brink of death and the vet says it's not worth it to save. These people who she was giving money to, giving them billions and billions of dollars, letting them live in a penthouse apartment in Hong Kong, even hiring the brother of her ex-husband as her driver and paying him not a driver's salary, giving money to her ex-in-laws. They were not worth it.
No.
But yet she still gave money to them. And it's just, I don't want her to be remembered as an influencer, as a model, I'm not saying those are bad things. I think it's great for people to be like, she was a beautiful model, rich influencer. But when I read that, I don't know, people have negative opinions of influencers in general.
True.
So when I read that, my own prejudice was like, oh no. But also, I was kind of like, huh.
You don't really feel the sympathy or something. I don't know. It's not on a deep level.
I had sympathy for her. I had, of course.
Yeah.
But it's weird. I felt like a disconnect.
Yeah.
Because I'm not connected to her anyway.
Yeah.
But because she's like a personality, and then rich people. It seems like it's so easy to dislike these types of people. Rich influencers who have daddy's money. But then, of course, the murder is horrible and the husband is way worse and his family can all go to fucking hell. But and then when you really find out, because not my fault, Hong Kong did not paint her in a nice light.
No.
In my opinion.
No, I don't think so.
None of the news articles were doing her the due justice of saying exactly who she is. They were just like a beautiful young influencer.
Yeah, no.
So I think it was a disconnect. Like I didn't know anything about her. And then now, after more research and watching some YouTube videos, I'm like, shit. She really was. Why is it always the best people?
Yeah.
Why is it always the purest, loveliest, like the souls that are just so pure, that are like snuffed out by, these extremely evil.
In such an extreme and evil way. It's like they didn't need to go to such extreme measures.
No. It was just, it's way too much.
It's too much.
I can't even believe that that family, none of them, I guess they all knew. It was like a whole conspiracy, a whole kind of plot. Nobody wanted to admit everybody was saving the skin of everybody else because they were just so fucking greedy.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I was taking her money and I knew about the plot to kill her because killing her gets them more money. due to some sort of loophole. And also they wouldn't have lost the property that she was paying for. Everything is just, it's disgusting. It's just it's
just
difficult to even put into words how horrible it is. And the mom, so they did a ritual, right? Because there's like Taoism is like Buddhism, right? Taoism is like the religion here for many people, and they had to do a ritual at the house in Tai Po because she was cut up, right? So her soul is scattered across Hong Kong. So they have to do a ritual to bind her soul back together to the place where she was killed. So they did a ritual, and the current husband was there, and her mum, and her mother was crying and saying like silly girl, like how a mother would say it to like a 5-year-old child, like, oh, you silly girl, you gave your heart to undeserving people and you let them eat it. Like, I think she said you gave your heart to undeserving pigs and you let them eat it. And it's just like those words were like, wow.
Yeah.
She knew what kind of people they were. I guess also her family were also good because they never stopped her from giving money to them.
Exactly.
They felt sorry for them, I guess. I don't know. The whole thing is just like hideous, heinous.
It's grim. It's been very grim.
And I just want her to be...
Seeing all this news was just...
And I just want her to be remembered for the good stuff.
Yeah.
I think I've only seen 2 articles that reference the fact that she co-founded an animal charity.
All articles I've been seeing are all about the dirty stuff, to talk about the families, the relationship, the money.
Money, and members of her family were having sex with members of his family, like cousins, and it's like all sex, scandal, money. Yeah. And this creates the disconnect with her. Like, she becomes a character, a caricature, where like, how can I sympathize? Oh, not even sympathize, but how can I feel for this person when the news articles are making her out to be some kind of fantasy cartoon character? It's kind of like they're writing about her so much that they're writing away her existence. Like, she's just a story now.
Yeah.
And that is so wrong. She needs to be remembered for all of the good she did. And I implore you, if you want to find out more, watch the video by Rotten Mango on YouTube, because she goes into great detail about how good of a person she is. Because she does extensive research. But don't read any local Hong Kong news articles, because they are not writing her a good, what do you call it, eulogy? Yeah. They are not remembering her in a way she should be remembered.
It's just
just listen to us.
It's just like a yellow paper gossip type of style.
It's like she's a tabloid, but she's way more than that. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So,
ridiculous.
We should move to the good news.
So that was something going on right now in Hong Kong. Yeah. Still ongoing. Still a lot of talks about it.
May she rest in peace.
Yeah, and especially on the beautiful Women's Day, we should remember these beautiful souls for
and I hope her
all the good
children
stuff.
Are protected. Her daughters.
I know.
I think they're daughters. Like the two from him. I think they're both daughters.
I really wish these kids to find
because also girls
peace.
in Hong Kong don't have a good time of it.
No.
These articles writing about her, mainly focusing on her beauty and her Instagram portfolio and her modeling. This is like typical Hong Kong.
So,
look at this beautiful woman who was murdered. That's it.
Yeah,
and people are like, she was so pretty. No. She was way more than a pretty face.
Yeah.
But that's Hong Kong.
That's all people care about.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, breathe in, breathe out, regroup. Let's talk about some good news that happened in Hong Kong recently. I think pandemic is over.
It's gone!
It's gone. And
COVID has been eradicated.
Yes, and even my neighbor who is currently clearing out his throat every 5 seconds that we are talking
right now. Is it that old guy back again?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Helen occasionally has a family there and occasionally has an old man there. It's like they share.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Can you hear that?
It's like they share the house.
Yeah. Can you hear that?
I wonder if it's picking it up.
I don't know. Probably not.
I I want them to like know how bad it is. I want to like take the microphone and like let them listen. Because that is fucking horrible. I was also living next to this kind of sound too. So I can empathize.
The funny part is that when he starts, he never stops. He will be doing this sound every 5 seconds now. It's not like once an hour, it's every 5 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. Like,
it just doesn't end.
It doesn't end. I wake up at 2 a.m., I can still hear it. I wake up at 6 a.m., I can still hear it. I don't know.
Maybe he can't sleep because he's going to choke on his own spit and die.
I don't know. I don't know. It's rancid. It's horrible.
There's about to be another murder. Shit, no COVID, so we can't.
I know. Have you noticed, ever since we stopped wearing face masks?
Yes.
Yes, we stopped.
Yeah, we stopped. Hello, Hong Kong, you can come now. We're not wearing face masks, but 90% of people still are. So
weird.
Yeah.
We will talk about it in a second. But have you ever heard that anybody's getting sick with COVID anymore?
No.
For the past few weeks?
I didn't see any articles about numbers or...
None of my kids, none of my colleagues, nobody is getting COVID.
Are the kids at your school wearing them or not? Is half?
I would say maybe 2 or 3 kids, 4 or 5 in the class are not. The rest are. I know. Even some of my colleagues are wearing it. They still do. They still. I'm so scared.
It's like that, yeah.
So, the first day when they announced it all of a sudden.
Yes.
They're like, tomorrow, no need to wear it anymore. 1st of March.
Wasn't it a shock though? Because they were saying earliest a certain date.
Yeah.
And then
all
John
of a sudden,
Lee. John Lee. Tomorrow. I swear he's such a joker.
It's crazy. And so that day, 1st of March, I wake up, I was like, hello, lipstick. Hello, my friend.
Hello. How many of them expired in between then and now?
Oh, I threw away many already.
Oh, okay.
All these that I have now are new. Oh, yeah. The ones before.
Hello, Sephora.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah. A lot of them died already. So I put on a lipstick and I opened the door and I'm out of the door and I'm out into the public. The first person comes into the lift wearing a face mask. I was like, okay. The next person comes into the lift, face mask. I leave the building, go to the street, face mask. I was like, did I read the news wrong? Is that the wrong day or something? I felt so naked.
Yeah.
So many people were wearing them. And then I've been seeing maybe 1 or 2 people without it. And I wanted to just like high five and something. Like
I still have this feeling.
Yeah.
On the MTR,
when I
see another person, I'm like, hi, friend.
Hi, friend.
Nice face. And I smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I...
Is that him?
Yes.
Why does it sound real?
He came out just now.
Oh. He's going, I hope. It sounds like he's going to the lift. It sounds not real. What the fuck?
A nightmare. Like sometimes I get so angry sitting at home and listening to that. Anyway, so that first day, when I see a few people not wearing the face mask, I want to like high five, like say you're so great, good job. Because 99.9% of local population is still wearing it.
It was like that on the 1st of March, definitely 99.9. And I asked you first because I'm like, Helen's already out in the world. She's already out. I need to ask her, what's the deal? What's the scenario? Who's wearing a mask? Who's like maskless? Yeah, and I expected it. I expected it to be like this because, you don't like freedom, huh?
No, but they literally could have cancelled the mask mandate long time ago.
Yeah,
people would still wear them.
Yeah, but I thought okay, let me try to feel about let me put myself in their shoes. Let me play devil's advocate and put myself in their shoes. I don't know whether I'm using devil's advocate right. I hear American people using that phrase all the time, and I'm like, what does that mean? Because I don't know. Americans love to throw that out. lost my train of thought. Yeah, and I thought, let me put myself in their shoes. Maybe they're self-conscious. Maybe they are immunocompromised. Some of them might be. Maybe they are old, young. Maybe they just generally are still scared of COVID because it killed somebody they know, or they got really sick when they have it, or they have long COVID. But there's some certain people, young people, who I'm looking at them like, I don't know, but you look kind of healthy. And then I'm like, maybe they're just really ugly. Because definitely, I saw so many posts on, and it was like, are you gonna wear it? Yes, no. Yes, I want to feel the fucking air on my face. No, I'm too ugly. And I clicked, no, I want to feel the air on my face. And I could see that it was a poll, Instagram poll, that no, I'm too ugly. That was 60%, and it was 40% no, because people are so self-conscious.
But it's so weird because like some people say that, oh, you haven't seen your face for a long time. But I'm at home, I'm looking at myself all the time.
Yes, but how many people have you seen before when it's definitely a private car, it belongs to them, it's not an Uber,
and the
husband and the wife are sat with face masks on.
I know.
In the car.
It always puzzles me.
Yeah,
it's not an Uber for sure. And the whole family is just wearing face masks
in the car. And I'm like...
They probably wear face masks at home. I don't know. They might.
Some people might. Because I feel like they've really done a number. The face masks have really done a number on their mental health. And they are so... Like, they have dysphoria about their own faces.
Yeah.
They have body dysmorphia. They have facial dysmorphia.
No, but even me, I feel still very surreal when I go outside and I see people's faces and I'm like, oh.
Me too, yeah. But
face.
But all the faces I've been seeing, I've been like, you're cute. You're handsome. Well, no, I mean, not in a way that like, oh, I'm attracted to you, but like, you're not ugly kind of thing.
Yeah.
And okay, that's nice. And these people seem to be very happy to have their faces free, and they're smiling, looking at the phone, or they just look up at you and smile, or give you just like eye contact, and it's really nice. And then I'm wondering, like, it's so sad to be one of those people who, if you or those people, whatever, are one of those people who is wearing it because you hate your face, you need to really learn to fall in love with it again. Yeah. Because it's going to be soon in Hong Kong.
You just need to rip the Band-Aid.
Yeah. It's easier said than done, I know. But it's going to be summer soon, and it's going to be difficult to breathe again. So you do yourself a favor and stop.
Probably by summertime, more people will ditch the face mask because sweating in Hong Kong's summer with the face mask on is not very enjoyable.
I just can't breathe. My asthma is like...
Even the whole winter I couldn't breathe because breathing your own air, walking down up in heels, just not happening.
But isn't it like, do you remember when we were wearing the mask and it's kind of like, at the end of the day, you're like, it smells kind of bad, like my own breath.
Mine was all covered in makeup also.
No, but now I'm like, wait, my breath doesn't smell as bad as Hong Kong smells. Because now I'm not wearing the mask, I can remember that Hong Kong is kind of funky. Sometimes it smells good, but most of the time it smells kind of like a sewagey, sort of like gassy.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on the bus today and it made me really sick because it smelled weird.
Oh, the bus is just like a fart machine.
Oh, I was just like...
People are just whatever.
So but also I came to work and the kids who didn't show up with the, with the face mask, they came smiling. Yeah. They were looking at teachers like, looking at other kids like, looking at themselves like, It was so happy that day. I felt like it's a celebration or something.
I know. I can imagine.
It felt like a...
I bet those kids have a much deeper connection with you now because they can see your face. Yeah. I mean, those other kids, maybe they do, but it's like very one-sided. You can't
also,
have it with
I
them
have way more facial expressions without the face mask on because you can't do everything with your eyes.
The
it's
lesson
very difficult.
is more engaging now, I bet.
Yeah. They
can maintain
they just
focus
like
more.
laugh all the time at my face because I'm so funny. But but some of the kids, because the children that I'm teaching right now, they were born during the pandemic. 2019 is when they were born. Pandemic babies. And some of them keep asking me like, Miss Lena, why are you not wearing a face mask? What's going on? And now that...
Their parents didn't tell them.
Probably not. I guess, I don't know, they're 4 years old, they don't get it. Yeah. But the 3-year-old also, they've been brainwashed. Don't take it off, don't take it off, don't take it off. Yeah. And now when you ask them to take it off because we have snack time
Yeah.
and they need to take it off, some of them walk in the classroom like this.
Oh.
I know, they are traumatized. They are brainwashed to think that
they need to cover their face. Yeah.
some kids, they took it lightly. They're like, I don't need it anymore.
That would totally be me.
But some kids are like
Yeah.
this.
Well, those kids will be reflections of their parents.
Yeah, I think so.
Their parents will be the ones who are still. I'm teaching some kids, and one of them wears it in the one-on-one class with me, still, even last week, and I'm like, I said, oh, so good, we don't have to wear face masks anymore, and then she went, oh, I forgot, and she went and put her face mask on. So.
Controversial.
I'm just in your house. I don't
it's
know.
a
Whatever.
controversial
Whatever.
topic.
You do you.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, I'm fucking happy to be able to breathe again.
I know, because it was also very sudden that they cancel face mask for everything. Not because I think Macau, they said like no need to wear the face mask only on the transport. On the public transport, you still need to do it. Yeah. But Hong Kong was like, nah.
Yeah, everywhere, outdoor, indoor, whatever you want, just take it off.
Only in hospitals you still need to wear them. That's all.
But that makes sense. I think now going forward throughout life, I will bring face masks if I ever need to go to the hospital, because it's better to be safe than sorry. You never know what anybody might have in a hospital.
But yeah, in general, I was very shook by this sudden change. But I'm really embracing it.
I swear, John Lee is a major troll.
I know.
All his policies are like, he says,
just wait.
Yeah, he's like, maybe in a couple of weeks, and then in the earliest it'll be this day, and then he's like, tomorrow. You believe me? I'm like, this guy's like dad jokes.
Yeah, exactly. He looks like a dad joke.
He does. Yeah. But then I feel like now I'm talking about him in a light where he's like a good kind of person, but I don't have any opinion on whether he's a good person or a bad person. I just find him to be funny right now. Yes.
It's true.
I'm not getting into it. No.
Politics in Hong Kong is a no-no. It's a no-no.
I'm surprised they didn't make her murder into a political thing.
Right. Well, they might.
Well, they've done everything else they could with it. So, yeah.
They literally went through all their dirty underwear already.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, wow.
Yeah, crazy. It's really hard to process the good and the bad news.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry that this episode was kind of like harsh and not pleasant in a way.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be at the beginning of the episode, like a warning.
Just come say hi in the comments. And
come to Hong Kong.
Come to Hong Kong.
I think now is the best time to do so.
I can see a lot of tourists coming. I can see a lot of mainland tourists coming as well. So, yeah, I mean...
I like it. It's very lively.
It's very lively now, yeah.
Hello.
The camera is not having it today.
No, the camera's like...
news are too grim. Yeah. The camera is like, I don't want to film this shit anymore. Stop it.
The camera doesn't know how to feel. The camera is like super sad
overheating,
and also super happy at the same time. It's
crazy.
Like, no. Anyway.
So we just want to end it with some happy note.
Yes.
Happy Women's Day. Happy no mask life.
Happy facial freedom.
Yes.
Happy
spring.
Female emancipation, even though we don't have equal pay yet, whatever. We'll keep fucking fighting.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.
Oh, goodness. We should be careful.
I'm digging it.
Oh my gosh, that's really good. Can I show the camera what drink is?
Yes, so
I'm gonna show you the drink. Okay. Can we just with this bottle?
So beautiful.
Tipsy what?
Tipsy cat.
Tipsy lemon tea.
Ooh. It's so cute. Haha.